Hi guys, welcome back to another fun tea session with me, and today I'm going to be talking to you about something very interesting, that is how do I network. So come along. Okay guys, before we start, quick introductions. Hi, my name is Aarushi. I have about 7 years of experience building tech products and generally building my career for the last 7 years, and I have been through all of it. I have switched careers, I have switched jobs, switched geographies, explored a lot of different geographies, and still trying to figure it out, right? And I have moved to a decent senior position, not exactly senior but probably mid-management, so I understand how do you grow up a little bit, and I try to give up all of that yarn on this session or on this channel where we talk about all things tech, product and general adulting in your career life. So without much ado, we'll talk about something that's very, very important for anyone out there who's trying to build a trying to build a career, and that is networking. Yes, networking is very important. You know, the other day I was recommending to someone who's quite close to me, works closely with me at work, that they should network a little bit more. It's very important within the organization for switching jobs, for career growth, and I think generally for understanding and realizing opportunities out there. Now, I don't think I need to tell you the benefits of networking per se, but I will tell you my methodology for how do you network effectively. Now, before I get along the process and I, make it like a 3-step or a 4-step process, first let me clarify that networking is not about just saying hi to someone on LinkedIn or sending a message to someone on some social media channel. Networking is about building a connection. Now, that connection could be built in a physical space where you meet someone face to face. For example, honestly, I like hand to heart, I have had moments in my life when I've reached out to someone or I've met someone on a, let's say, a summit or some catch-up, some coffee catch-up that a group of us were having, and then after that, that person reached out to me separately asking me if I was interested in a job opportunity. So you never know when these things will turn into fruitful job opportunities or fruitful opportunities in general. So that networking, just don't put a very harsh or unfriendly angle to it. It's just about building relationships and building friendly relationships so that people like you, they like working with you. Eventually it's all a people's world at the end of the day, right? So again, coming to my point, I keep rambling a bit at times, but yeah, coming to my point, the point is that networking has 2 aspects. It could be physical or it could be online, but eventually the outcome is the same: building nurtured relationships, which are like any relationship. They are not completely utterly professional. It's about somebody vibing with you. And I know it sounds really weird. How can I vibe with someone I've met only once, right? But there are ways, and a lot of us do it, and that's what it takes, guys. I mean, in this channel, I don't try to sugarcoat anything. I say things like they are, and honestly, the world works on your network. Your network is your net worth. So there's no sugarcoating that, and you have to learn how to do it. And I understand a few of you might be introverts, you might think, it's not for me and so on and so forth. But, if you can put it into a process, you can figure out how to do it. And you, my friend, can also be a networking ninja. So without much ado, let's get into my process. So like all of my processes, I have given it this an acronym as well, and I'm calling it the ACT framework. So with ACT, the first one, which is A, act or take action. Now, what do I mean by action? The action is just taking that first step of going and saying hello. That hello could be on LinkedIn, that hello could be on a physical summit, physical meeting that you do with someone, but just, taking that first step of going out and saying hello. Now, this is not as simple as saying hello. Like, I'm sure a lot of you get a lot of connects on LinkedIn, and a lot of you have sent a lot of connects on LinkedIn, and you know that if you just send a simple hello or hi, that doesn't get a a reaction ever. It has to be a little more than that. Now, what do I mean by a little more than that? Let's try to think of networking as another similar exercise that we do in our real world. Again, like I said, it's relationship building, right? So let's think of it like dating. I think networking is a lot like dating, by the way. It's basically about meeting someone and vibing with them, like I said, right? So if it's like dating, then if you meet and if you go out and meet someone, what would you say? Would you just say hi, hello, how are you? No, right? You'll say a little bit more than that. You'd like to build a connection with them. Maybe you'll talk about common hobbies, maybe you'll talk about the books that you've read, maybe you'll talk about the places that you've been to, the food that you like something, somehow you like to build that connection with that person. Now, if you were an ace at dating, you would do your homework. You will check a little bit about the person that you're going to meet, and social media thanks to it, gives us a little bit amount of information about someone, no matter who they are. So you can probably check out their socials, you can probably see what they're interested in, where do they work, and so on and so forth, where they're from. Like there's so many things that you can know about a person that can help you connect with them. For example, if I'm meeting someone who is from India, I can connect with them on that. Or if I know someone who's working with tech, I can connect with them on that. Or if I know someone who's a girl, I can connect with them on that. So there's so many things that you can connect with people on. Figure those things out. And in a professional space, we just expect maybe a little bit more work in the professional aspect of interest. So let's say if I am meeting someone and someone walks up to me to say hi, I'd expect them to know things about me, like I talk on LinkedIn, or I'm a product manager who works on ads, or I am someone who talks about moving geographies and I have moved geographies. So if let's say someone comes up to me and say hi, I have seen a lot of your content and it has helped me with my product management interviews, or has helped me figure out which geography to pick, or actually I came to Dubai because of your videos, that goes for an instant connect. Now I would like to listen to them, that how did I help, or whatever the question they ask me next, I will remember them because they have actually triggered a connection, triggered a vibe with me. So that's an example. You can, you'll have countless other examples. So for example, if I am reaching out to someone, let's say I've been to a product summit, if I'm going to a summit, I understand what's the topic at hand, what's the agenda, what will be the things that people will be talking about. This helps me understand that, what kind of audience would the summit be attracting. So for example, I went for a marketing summit recently. I knew there'll be a lot of marketeers, and since I work with ads, I wanted to have a few questions answered. So I had my list of questions, and when I was there, I was like, just vibing, just checking with people about their thoughts on something. Now, if you ask people questions, their thoughts on something, and a lot of them are coming from that background, they remember you. That's another trick in the trade. Make people talk to you, make people, ask them questions about them, and people love talking about themselves. So that is how you should act, but act in a smart way. Just don't send a hi. That's step number 1 in your networking journey. Number 2, which is the C, and that is confidence. Go reach out with confidence. I have seen countless examples where people, they don't show any kind of confidence, any kind of vibe again when they reach out to someone. And someone who you want to reach out with, their time is limited. They would spend time on someone who looks like a winner, who looks like someone who knows what they want. So emanating confidence at all times, it's important. And I understand sometimes you don't feel it. Sometimes let's say if I'm reaching out to Elon Musk, and I know he will not notice me at all, but if I have to, I will be literally in jitters. I wouldn't know what to do, how to do it, and I'll literally freeze. But what would he notice? Like, if let's say if I were Elon Musk and I had 100 people reaching out to me every day, who would I pick? Someone who sounds like someone who knows what they want, someone who comes from confidence, who seems like a winner, who seems like they know what they're doing. So when you're reaching out to someone, also go with that stance of confidence. Of course, you don't have to be an ass about it. You don't have to be someone who pisses people off, but you have to be someone who knows what they want, who are genuine, and who have sought the person that you're networking with out. So for example, if someone reaches out to me, they should have sought me out and with confidence. So let's say if they come out to me, an example could be, again, hi Aarushi, I want to move out of India, and I have been literally looking at a lot of job openings. I have interviewed at ABC places, or I have sent my CVs to this many geographies, and I have done some research about Dubai, but I am not sure what is the visa policy there, or I'm not sure how will I settle in there, or I'm not sure if the fact that it doesn't give a long-term citizenship would work well with me. What are your thoughts on it? Now I know that this person comes with research. This person is someone who's really confident about what they want to know about themselves. They're sure of themselves. They're not generally just asking me, hey, can you comment on Dubai? No, they've given me really directions. They have the conversation in control, and someone who's in control seems like someone who's confident. So keep the control and keep the confidence in your conversation. That is rule number 2. Now coming to the third part, which is T, or trust. Now you have to make sure that the person that you're networking with trusts you. And how do we make sure of that? You do 2 things. Number 1, you go through connects of connects. I mean, come on, in relationships also, I'm sure you must have met your your girlfriend or your spouse through someone. I mean, I mean, Tinder is also there, but a lot of times that also happens, and we rely on other people to tell us if a person is reliable or not, right? So if you go through someone who's already, that's why referrals work so well in hiring. Referrals also work really well if I want to download an app or take some services of some doctor or practitioner, because I trust that if someone I trust is telling me about something, that is their social capital that they're putting at stake, and they wouldn't do it for someone who they don't trust themselves. Trust works like that. If you've done something well for someone, if you've delivered good outcome for someone, you know they'll talk about it to their friends and they'll be happy to put the word forward. Everyone likes to do that. It's I don't know, it's somehow innate to us humans that we like to help someone we like. But why do we like someone? When do we like someone? When they are trustworthy. So build your trust with people around you. Be a little bit more reliable. Be the person that people will talk about to their friends. That's part number one of trust, that you make sure that you are someone who is trustable. And how do we establish trust? By quality. And what is quality in the world? Quality is reliability. Quality is that you will always deliver. One thing I keep telling everyone, that in the professional scope, reliability is more important than your core skills. I could be an amazing coder, I could be great at analytics, but if I am sporadic, if I'm available one day but not available the other day, that's worse than someone who's average but is available every day. I can rely on them, because see, at the end of the day, the world works on I don't know, there's no contract between me and the people who work with me. If they don't come in tomorrow, I can't fire them right away, or I can't call it quits. It just works on that reliability, that social contract, that hey, if I ask you something, if you say something to me, you will stick to your word. And if there's no value to your word, well, there's no trust. So one, in your day-to-day interaction, especially professionally, make sure that you've established that reliability, that as a professional, you're utterly professional, utterly reliable. That's part number one of the trust. The part number two of the trust is, so there's one at the source and then the destination. The source is you, who's sending out the connect. So you should make sure that the people around you trust you. But then there's also the destination, that people around me, or if I'm the person that you're reaching out to, they'll be the ones telling me about you, right? Now I will also not trust everyone. It's again, it's like a chain, and it's one person is connected to other by trust. So if you reach out to someone who's not connected to me by trust, well, you'll never reach out to me. So you'll also have to figure out who is this person in her network who she would trust. So for example, if someone comes through my spouse's network, I would trust that. I would trust his network, and I would trust his judgment to give me the right, the right feedback on someone. Someone comes to me through, a very close friend of mine's network, of course I will trust them. But if someone comes to me through a random network that I'm not even aware of, and I'm not even in touch with that person, I mean, come on, I wouldn't really trust them. I don't know what the reliability is. Again, how does reliability work? When you've had at least a few encounters with someone, and you have had a few experiences where you have measured their reliability. Now that reliability could be if I've directly worked with someone, or I have had a emotional relationship with someone where I know that, again, the social contract really exists between the two of us, or I have known someone professionally, even if I've not worked with them, but I have known them. I have seen other people who work with them, and I know that the other people that I know have spoken well of them. So again, that chain that might have formed between me and the other person. So you need to figure out the right person to build that chain of trust with the person that you're trying to reach out to. And I know this is hard. I mean, I'm saying things, you'll be like, for example, if I have to reach out to Elon Musk, I don't think I'll be able to figure out the chain really quickly. One hack that I can give to you is, so for example, again, if to reach out to me, or let's say I have to reach out to Elon Musk, what will I do? I know that he would be really deeply in touch with all of his head of departments at Twitter, at Tesla, and whatever other organizations that he's looking at. And I know that those guys he'll be in touch with. Now why do I look at this? Because I work in corporate. I might have connections who are working in USA, and that's probably my strong suit. I come from a background of IIM where I might be able to get more trustable, reliable networks. So that's where I would like to hit at. I wouldn't want to go into his personal space or whatever other things that other people he might be interacting with. So now I've shortlisted that, okay, whoever is in the top C-suite of his companies would have a direct touch with him. Now that's my set who I want to reach out to. Now from this set, I would obviously the C-suite guys would also not respond to me. They're themselves big people. But those C-suite guys will be in touch with the top management of the same companies. Those top management people will be in touch with the middle management of the same companies, and so on and so forth. Someone in this entire chain of thought, in this chain of command, I would have a connect with them. And that's what I have to do. Go, stalk a little bit on LinkedIn and then figure out that one connect who knows you and ask them, can you refer me to your manager? Once you're connected with the manager, can you refer me to yours? Can you refer me to yours? And there it goes. Obviously, I mean, it's easier said than done. Again, if let's say I reach out to some middle manager in Tesla, he might refer me to his manager, but his manager doesn't know me yet. So there'll be a little bit more, his manager might trust me because, this guy saying this girl is great, but he wouldn't trust me enough to refer me to another skip person. So I might have to build that trust with his manager himself. So then there'll be, again, that A and C of it. Go with confidence and act with a way where, you've built a connect. I'll have to do all of that as well while networking with the manager of my friend. And I have to keep doing it again and again and again. But I'm sure it will eventually pay off. So, that's how you do these things. That's how you build the chain. And once you have found the next loop in the chain, you do the same exercise again. You act again, and then you act again. And that's how you build your network on LinkedIn or anywhere else in the world. And again, guys, if you build the right network, then switching jobs, switching geographies, changing careers, anything in the world is your oyster. And I can't stress on this enough that I have gotten opportunities, opportunities to switch jobs. I have been offered positions. I have been offered collaborations for my channel. I've been actually recommended different things that I could pick up in life. Ideas, inspirations come to me because of the networking that I do. And I think I also want to get a little bit better at it. But, but just like go out there. You are a precious person. You're someone who's uniquely you. You're someone who brings something really unique to the table. And go out with confidence, show it off. That's one thing. I mean, I've been recently listening to this. Again, I'm blabbering a bit, but I just want to leave you with this. I've been listening to this podcast by Naval Ravikant, and I think all of us are big fans of Naval. And he says this one thing that, if you wanna sell something to the world, it has to be you. Because nobody can be an Aarushi Sharma better than me. Nobody can be a Naval better than him. Nobody can be an Elon Musk better than Elon himself. If someone tomorrow wants to launch a plane to, to Mars, Elon, he wouldn't do it the way Elon Musk is doing, because Elon Musk is doing what is uniquely him. What are the resources that Elon Musk has? What is the characteristic that he has? He's doing something unique to himself. And that is what puts you apart. Whatever you'll do, maybe you are on the same path as someone else, but the way you will achieve it will be uniquely you. And that's what you bring to the table. So go with confidence and network the hell away. I hope so this helped you figure out your networking style. And if it did, please comment on the section below and tell me how it did. And if you're still struggling with networking, ask me. I will help you out. By the way, AI will help you out as well. You can, create some of those messages on ChatGPT for sure. But if you still need my help, I'll be happy to help you figure it out a little bit, figure out your confidence angle and so on. But please do network. If you like this content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends who you think are like you, noobs at networking. So I'll see you next time. Ta-da!